In this episode of Hardcore Minecraft, I want to build a mega base and some other farms on the way. So, enjoy. Okay, so this is the gradient I'll be using, and if you couldn't tell already, I'll need a lot of gold. So in that case, I'm gonna build a gold farm. To build this farm, I'll need a lot of magma blocks, so let's just... And there we go. I also need a ton of glass. And all the sand is now gathered. There's also a lot of other materials I need to get, but it's gonna be very boring to watch, so let's just cut to once I have it all. I now have everything I'll need to build this farm. Okay, I'm on the nether roof now, so let's just break the bedrock.
Nice.
Let's begin by building the killing chambers. Now it's time to place down all of the magma. And there's the first layer complete. There's the second layer complete. There's the final layer of magma placed down. All I need to do now is ghast-proof the top layer. There's the ghast-proofing layer complete. All that's left for me to do is to build a storage system, so let's just do that real quick. There we go. Finally, let's test out this farm. Well, it's working pretty well. I'm gonna AFK here for about 10 minutes and see how much stuff I've got afterwards. That's a lot of gold swords. I might have to make an auto sorter for this. Anyways though, I got a decent amount of gold. Oh, that's only 19 blocks. I'm gonna have to AFK here for quite some time. Before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and make an auto sorter. The item sorter should now be working. Okay, I AFK'd for a little while and got a decent amount of gold. Oh, and I also built another auto sorter because the hoppers were getting blocked up. I just realized I need raw gold as well to build this, so I'm gonna spend some time in the caves. Okay, let's go. Okay, so I did quite a lot of mining and managed to get a lot of gold and diamonds. Oh, this is not gonna be enough. Okay, I need quite a lot of raw gold for this, so let's switch it up and build a tunnel bore. This tunnel bore is going to require a decent amount of materials, most of which I already have, so I'll be back with you once I've gotten everything I need. And after a while of grinding, I now have hopefully everything I'll need. Oh, and don't ask why I got 30 ancient debris before I got netherite armor. So let's start working on this machine thing. I can now finally begin building the tunnel bore. Okay, let's begin. Okay, here's the first boring machine finished. Now I've just got to build 9 more of them. Look at that, we're halfway. And now the tunnel bore is complete. Or so I thought. No, I'm just kidding, it worked fine. This is also giving me tons of deep slate, which is good because I'll need that for my base as well. I'm gonna use this for the next couple of hours and I'll be back once I've gotten a decent amount of gold. So, as you can see, I've mined quite a long distance and managed to get a little bit of gold. Hopefully it's enough to build my base though. Now all I need to get is coal, blackstone, gilded blackstone, and mud. Let's start with the coal. So I know coal spawns a lot in Stony Peaks biome, so I'm gonna look for one of them. Here we go, I think this is one. Yep, it has a lot of coal. So let's just start mining all of this coal. Okay, I've now stripped this very small Stony Peaks biome for all of its coal, so let's look for a larger one. Let's go, I finally found one. Okay, I'm back home now with a pretty good amount of coal. Now the next thing I want to get is going to take me quite a while, and that's Gilded Blackstone. From what I believe, you can only get them from bastions, so it's going to take me quite a long time. Let's go, a bastion. Now I just gotta find a lot of Gilded Blackstone, and try not to die in the meantime. My bow would have really come in handy right now. I need so much of this stuff, and it's gonna take me quite a long time to gather it, so I'll be back with you once I've gotten a good amount of it. Right, I looted a decent amount of bastions and managed to get all of the Gilded Blackstone I need. As well as that, I managed to get all of the Blackstone I'll be needing. Now, the last thing I need to get is mud, and I know a mangrove swamp is over here. Yep, there it is. Now, let's get a lot of mud. That was quick. Alright, so with the main portion of materials gathered, it's time to get the other items that will be needed. There we go. I also got more of these because I figured the amount I had would not cut it. So without further ado, let's transform this land and begin building. There's the first tower complete. Hold up. There we go. Now let's build 4 more of them. Okay, and there is all 4 towers complete. So now let's build the walls surrounding this castle. And wow, I've now finished the exterior of this build. So my plan for this build is to have a bunch of mini houses in the middle here surrounded by these large walls. No, not like Attack on Titan. Okay, a little. So let's flatten this area and build like a plan outline kind of thing. Because I'm gonna need a decent amount of wool, I'm gonna build an automatic sheep farm, which shouldn't take too long. So let's first of all breed some sheep, and while they are doing that, I'm gonna start building. I don't know why they have white eyes. It must be a resource pack I'm using. I'm gonna fix that later on. I've got almost everything now, so let's start. It's now time to bring some sheep over there. There we go, the sheeps are now in place. I'm now gonna dye them in a few different colors. Light blue, yellow, red, and pink. There we go. Now let's connect the redstone back up. We can now AFK here for a couple of hours. There we go, that's enough wool. I forgot to mention this earlier on, but before I converted this world to single player, I traded with some other players on the server to get some netherite gear. Anyways, as you can see here, I've cleared this land, so I can now begin outlining. I don't really have a plan for the plan, so let's just hope for the best. Actually, I just realized I want to build a quick little storage system at the back here, so before I start outlining, I'm gonna build it. Okay, I've completed the storage area, but I want it to have more of a wooden kind of feel, so let's just... Okay, there we go. Let's now begin outlining. I want some of these houses to contain villagers like stonemasons and librarians, and luckily for me, there's a village right over there. Anyways, I'm gonna need a lot of materials such as deep slate and spruce wood, so let's get gathering. I've now got everything, and let's start by building this house. There is the first building complete. Only like 8 more to go. There is the second building done. My idea for this one is to have a bunch of stonemasons and maybe librarians lined up here. And this house will be a bunch of farmers which I can get golden carrots from. Cause I mean, look at all these emeralds from the raid farm I built last episode. Okay, so you probably thought I was gonna leave these towers empty, didn't you? Well, I'm actually gonna fill them with iron farms. Cause just look at how much iron I have compared to diamonds. That's gonna change today. The materials to build this are pretty basic, except I will need 12 villages. Here is everything I will be needing, so let's start building. My plan is to have 2 iron farms in each of these towers, and the loot from them will be funneling into these 2 chests right here. Let's start by going 7 blocks up. Oh, these lights are gonna be a problem. No one will know. Let's now build a 5x5 platform and surround it in glass. Time to place their beds down. Now let's build the zombie pit. Let's now build this 4 more times. Okay, now let's get some villagers in. There we go. Now it's time to get 4 zombies into each of their pits. Okay, there we go. Finally, let's build the killing chambers.
No, don't do it! No!
And we are finished. With the iron farm at least. This should produce me enough iron for as long as I need. So now we can finish off building the houses. Boom and boom, there we go. As you probably can't tell already, these farms are going to be farmhouses.
What?
What I meant to say was these houses are going to be farmhouses. So that leaves 2 more houses left to do, and of course they are diagonal houses. So let's get to building. And now I have finally finished building all of the houses, except they are empty. And there we go, all of the interiors are now complete. Okay, so right now this place does not look like a village, it looks more like a place with houses. So I'm gonna add a lot of trees, rocks, maybe water, and hopefully it'll look a lot better. Let's start this off by building some sick looking spruce trees. Alright, as you can see here, I've made some cool looking tree designs, so now let's just implement them into my world. While I was building these spruce trees, I brought 16 villagers into this building here, 8 of which are stonemasons, 4 farmers, and 4 librarians. To finish off this build, all I need to do is add some grass, rocks, and maybe a wagon. And finally, after weeks of grinding, I have finally finished this build. I really hope you all enjoyed, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.